Hello everyone and welcome to another live protocol video. This time around we were going to be focusing on the ESFJ personality type, more specifically on their dark side. So if you know ESFJs, you know that they can be one of the most likable types on the planet. They can be one of the most endearing people on the planet, but that doesn't mean that they don't have a dark side as well. So ESFJs lead with a function called extroverted feeling, or FE, and that for me, in my opinion, is the most maternal function of all the 8. That's what gives them their stereotypical image of being the soccer moms. They're being warm towards other people, they're being very kind, and being very sacrificial. You know, they sacrifice themselves for the benefit of others, basically. But we cannot forget their secondary function of introverted sensing, and this is where their dark side comes in, because introverted sensing, as you guys may or may not know, is a function that it's supposed to be more rigid, more traditional, more rigorous, more lawful. You know, they adhere to the mainstream. They're more concerned with what's acceptable, and when introverted sensing becomes exacerbated or exaggerated, they have a hard time accepting any new ideas, you know, and they can become very sensitive to criticism as well. But ESFJs, when they are very unhealthy, they can become very judgmental and make assumptions about something or someone very quickly. It's like judging a book by its cover, but painting a very grim picture of ESFJs. But remember, this is the ESFJ dark side after all. There's plenty of good things about ESFJs, and they are in the video as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you love the show.
The ESFJ dark side. Do you know someone who is constantly friendly, energetic, and considerate? Chances are you're dealing with an ESFJ. ESFJs are some of the most likable people on the planet, but they have a dark side too. In this video, we will explore the darker side of the ESFJ personality type. We will discuss how they can become reluctant to change, and how they can be quick to judge others. If you are an ESFJ, it's important to be aware of your dark side, so you know when it's happening, how it manifests, and how not to let yourself be pulled further in. Because as helpful and warm as ESFJs may be, there's no such thing as a flawless personality type, not even ESFJs. While ESFJs are known for their warmth, kindness, and concern for others, they also have a side that can be destructive, both to themselves and to those around them. But before we dive into deeper and darker waters, we will explore the lighter side of them, and see how they normally behave while in their normal or healthy state. The healthy ESFJ. ESFJs can be one of the most altruistic types, always ready to be of service, and putting other people's needs in front of their own. That is because they lead with a cognitive function called extroverted feeling, or FE. It is my theory that such an altruistic function is the manifestation of our maternal instincts, and as such, focuses primarily on the harmony of the group, and the cohesion of the family. ESFJs are known for their nurturing nature, benevolence, and the need to create a safe environment for the people around them. Stability is one of their main exports, therefore, tradition or following the conventional approach is something they value greatly, as they see it as a safe bet, because it has a positive track record. But as with anyone and any type, they can also fall victim to their own virtues. Too much of a good thing turns into a bad thing. And by that I mean, if they get carried away and allow their need for stability and solidity to consume them, they can become inflexible and judgmental of the beliefs of others, if they don't align with their own. ESFJ's secondary cognitive function is called introverted sensing, or SI, and this function, among other things, is responsible for strongly adhering to old customs, habits, or practices. The ESFJ dark side. When ESFJs fall into the grip of their dark side, they become overly concerned about what is socially acceptable, casting quick and swift judgment onto anything that escapes the clutches of the mainstream. This adherence to the mainstream becomes unbalanced as their proclivity for social status and appearances increases to exacerbated levels. This in turn makes them reluctant to try something new, and even oppose new ideas, ways of thinking, or alternative ways of living. Introverted sensing in the second slot is usually what leads ESFJs into adopting overly rigid and rigorous practices. They also become excessively sensitive to criticism, defensive, and take refuge in logic and facts to sway and convince others of the rightness of their claims. ESFJs can also become unhealthily perfectionists, and may have a hard time allowing other people to point fingers at them. At their worst, ESFJs will do the opposite of what they do best, and that results in creating drama between people. And in the same manner that they promote harmonious environments when they're healthy, they instead create emotional disarray when they're unhealthy. ESFJs live in a world of emotions, and if they find themselves lacking, they may find themselves stirring up emotional intensity in others, just to satisfy their craving. And while in their healthy state, ESFJs refer to past experiences to extract data, knowledge, and information before passing judgment. When they're unhealthy, they can jump quickly to conclusions, without taking the proper time to assess reality, in other words, judging a book by its cover. They can also become too involved in the life of their closest friends or relatives, meddling in an intrusive and overbearing way. It's important for ESFJs to recognize when they are under the influence of their dark side. There's no shame in admitting it. Remember, the first step to recovery is to admit there's a problem. Once they acknowledge they are indeed in the grip of their lesser selves, they can work to pull themselves out of it and return to normal. It's definitely worth the wait. Anyone who's ever met a healthy ESFJ knows they are a delight to be around, as they are some of the most caring, giving, warm, and nurturing people on the planet.
If you liked the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. That will allow us to keep making more videos like this. For more related content, please click on one of the suggested videos. Thank you for watching.